Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hey guys, this is Ron from Cleveland calling in again, and I wanted to know what you think about the problem with Cade York. Cade is currently the worst kicker in the NFL, has the worst percentage of made field goals. Cade was brought in as a fourth-round pick without any competition. In training camp, he was immediately handed over the job as a fourth-round pick. Now, the Browns were criticized for using a fourth-round pick on a kicker, but obviously we needed one bad. But there again, this seems to be a blunder by Barry. A lot of his picks aren't turning out to be real good picks. And I just want to know what you think about the whole deal with Cade York, the way he was obtained, and what we got for a fourth-round pick. So I know that kickers aren't usually draft picks. They're picked up after the draft, and it looks like this one should have been too. He had an amazing first week, and after that it went downhill. So let me know what you guys think about this. As always, love your show, and go Browns! Woo!
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Quincy, I know you were kind of like, don't draft a kicker. I get it. He struggled. I still think he can. Let's see 1-2 years further down the line. Right now, it doesn't look like a great pick. I get where the caller's going. Give him some time.
I would say when it comes to kickers, the reason I think people misconstrue my point sometimes. It's like, hey, the reason I don't want to draft a kicker is because we fool ourselves into thinking that we know what a good kicker is going to be in the NFL. Oftentimes, these things are random, right? Because if they weren't random, Justin Tucker would have been a phenomenon at college. But, like, barely any of us know that he played at Texas, right? Like, that's what I'm saying about kickers, is that we don't really know who's going to be great, and we have no good way of measuring that because for whatever reason, that transition between college and the NFL is just vicious. And when you don't have a good process, volume is your best friend, right? And volume could help the Browns here when it comes to kicker. Just throw volume at it. Just kicker after kicker, you'll find one eventually. That's my whole thing when it comes to kicker. But when it comes to Cade York, yes, you have to kind of be patient on him. But there's a limit to that patience because we don't know if Mike Prefer, who pounded the table for him, is going to be back next year. It's likely he's not. And if he's not there and Cade York starts missing kicks in camp, they're going to bring somebody else in. You know, because that's not their fourth-round draft pick to worry about anymore. That's not the guy that they pounded the table for. So, you know, it's unfortunate, but oftentimes what happens when teams draft kickers is they end up having to cut them because they struggle early, and that kicker catches on somewhere else, right? It happened with Zane Gonzalez. You know, it's the rough cycle of how this thing goes, and if you want something to confirm my point is Mason Crosby might be the only kicker that's still on the team that drafted him, that's never left, past their rookie deal.
Yeah,
that's why you don't do
it. And you know, to illustrate how rough it is kicking at First Energy Stadium, Justin Tucker missed a field goal, had one blocked there last week. So, yeah, I get it though. You know, kicker is a results-driven business. Did you make the kick? If you make the kicks, you're a good kicker. If you didn't, you're not a good one.